Hey, how's it going, guys? My name is Jackie Fish and welcome back to some more Bannerlord Online MMO news. Today we're going to be taking a look at the brand new update that will be coming next Friday on the 18th. I am super pumped for this because this is going to be adding in some PvP, new trading systems, as well as brand new bandit systems, loot, all that lovely stuff. So I will be going ahead and live streaming this again and hopefully having an army ready for the actual PvP stuff next Friday. So make sure you are subscribed to the channel and obviously drop a like down below if this is something that you are looking forward to. So first things off, in the little announcement post they posted on their Discord, again I'll link this down below in the description, we got an idea that we're going to be getting brand new rewards for defeating opponents. This is basically going to be, I guess, new weaponry, new armor, and probably certain new items that will then progress onto quests and allow you to do certain things in the game. So they're kind of really defining their loot system, and they've actually in a previous patch actually made it so that you can get quest drops from certain bandits. So if you kill a bandit, you get an item like a letter or a book and you hand that in, and then that'll progress you down a further quest line that will then get you some higher tier loot. So not only are you just doing this one and stop, I'm just killing these bandits, there's actually stuff that leads further on, which is a really cool way to get the higher tier weapons and armor in the game. Then we have new tasks to be completed with players, as well as having the chance to actually get better fighters in the squad, which is actually really cool. The ability to have the chance to get higher tier recruits. I assume this is going to be like noble units. I haven't really gone into much detail here, but I can only assume that this is going to be how you get high tier noble units later on down the line, because you just have new tasks, and after completing, players will have a chance to open up new fighters in the squad. So yeah, I assume that does just mean that we'll be getting access to noble troops, which is good. Again, that's gonna obviously allow people to spice open their armies, and a nice little mix there between the elites and also the normal recruits. I can't wait to get a ton of banner knights on the battlefield. That's going to be very nice indeed. We then have a pretty interesting change, a chance of losing items when you lose a battle. So now if you end up losing an engagement, maybe you get into a battle with players or also with bandits and you end up getting defeated, you then have a chance of your stuff actually going away and being looted. They haven't put any specifics here. I imagine it'll be a kind of not a super high chance of losing everything, probably like a 20% chance or something along them lines, I think would be sensible, so that players can loot some of your good stuff and vice versa. So some pretty big changes as well to the new market system and the trading system. They have now made it so that you can actually trade units on the market itself, which is actually really exciting. The fact that you can just take away that grind of leveling up units is really fun if you are a rich player, and vice versa. If you want to make loads of money, you can go out, you can grind your way heavily, to get all these high tier units and then sell them on the marketplace. I think that's such a cool idea, and it really fits this kind of like MMO, anything is possible to buy if you have enough money. It's going to be very interesting, I think, to see how expensive these units are going to be. I imagine, the tier 5s are, or should be, and hopefully will be very expensive, especially now that we are getting PvP, which we'll talk about later on, because obviously, if you end up losing, you out and you're fighting PvP, you're going to be losing soldiers. You're going to be coming up with people who also have tier 5 units, so I imagine a lot of your army is going to be getting taken down and killed fairly quickly. So you're going to have to need to replenish that, meaning that these high tier units are going to be in demand, and because of that, I'm hoping the price of them is going to be pretty goddamn high, because I think one of the things that this game, or this mod, currently does lack is that kind of player economy, these money sinks, and this is just a perfect money sink. The force of having to replenish all these units constantly is going to definitely add up, and yeah, it's going to allow people to get a lot of money by selling some high tier units, especially like horse archers and stuff that's in demand. That is going to be great. They've also gone ahead and removed the market cap as well, so you can now put as many goods onto a city as you want. There's no restriction in any city, so you can just go over, and if you wanted to put on 10 million items, I'm sure that is something that you can now do. They also put up saying that you can now team up with other players and travel together, fighting and completing tasks. I'm not sure if this means that you can now form armies. They didn't really go into any detail here. Just said team up with other players and travel together and fight and complete tasks. Like, I'm not sure if that's like the clan system. I don't think it is the clan system coming in, but yeah, maybe we can now form parties, but yeah, not sure. Hopefully you can. That'd be very cool if we could form an army and move around like so, with just like one big blob. But yeah, we'll have to see what that does when they say they're going to give us more details in the next week before the patch does come out. So that's something that I'm definitely looking forward to. It could be the clan system though. It honestly could be a clan system where you can form an army with your clan members and move around and, you know, go do some pretty interesting battles that way. The next big chunk of the update is that the Southern Lands, so the desert of the Azurai, are basically going to, you know, be filled now with bandits. So we have a new type of desert opponents. Enemy squads represent the ancient clans of the desert lands. Defeating the leader will grant you unique items. They also say that there are now ancient items lost among the endless sands. Meet an antique master to find out the treasures. So basically we're getting brand new desert bandits in the game. These are going to be the higher tier bandits, so they're going to be a little bit more difficult than the usual ones we've been running into, even though stuff like sea raiders are still pretty goddamn scary. Forest bandits can really rack up some serious damage as well if you're not careful, especially in the greater numbers. So with this update, obviously, we're getting all of that. So we're getting new desert bandits, which will be providing you with really, really good loot. The reason why it's going to be providing you with really good loot is the desert area is going to be the PvP section of the battle map. So if you go into the desert map, you'll get a little icon, I believe, at the bottom of your screen saying PvP zone. This basically means that any player can just gank you and fight you and kill you. So it's a really nice risk and reward. You know, you can get some of the best items in the game down in the desert lands, but you're going to have to be constantly looking over your shoulder because there are going to be players roaming around. And especially with the nature of real-time battles, the fact that if you're in a battle, other people can see you're in that battle and they can simply wait for you. I would imagine that you probably will have some form of invulnerability when you do get out of a battle, so that players can't just immediately jump on you. But it'll be very interesting to see how this works. Again, we've only got this little statement saying, but remember, this is completely, you know, impotent in the Seven Lands. Fighting anyone, anytime in PvP mode, will you be able to save your squad or and your prey, which is, yeah, very exciting. So they also mentioned as well that we will also have a special character. I'm not sure if he's going to be in villages or if he's going to be in towns or is this going to be someone roaming around the desert. Basically, this will be I guess a vendor that will be roaming around, and you'll have the ability to actually get these treasures. And yeah, they'll probably be really good, whether it's good armor, whether it's good items to sell for more money. What would be really cool as well, actually, is if there were these certain drops that would like give you a certain tier of units. Now that you can now trade troops, I think it would be really, really cool if there was like a letter or something you could get up and you could hand that in to like a trainer at a city, and then he would then you would then trade that in for a set amount of tier 5 units or tier 4 units or something along them lines. I think that'd be a really good way of, you know, kind of keeping that troop cycle going, you know, and then a reason for you to go out and, you know, loot these certain items. But overall, a really, really good patch note. I can't wait for next Friday. As I said, I will be streaming it. You know, we got new desert bandits, we got the first glimpse of PvP, and it's going to be absolute madness. You know, this is the first time we have PvP. As well as that, everybody will be on the same server, or at least everybody in EU, NA, and Russia will be just on one server in their respective zones. So obviously EU is just one big server, NA is just one big server, and Russia is just one big server. So everybody's going to be vying for control, and I think the servers are definitely going to max out next Friday with this PvP, which is going to be really exciting, just to see everybody just collide. As I said, it's going to be madness. People are going to be getting killed. Armies are going to be getting wiped. It's going to be absolutely crazy. So yeah, I might have to go on maybe Wednesday or Thursday as well, just to kind of level up a little bit, make sure I have a decent stockpile of units, and I'm raring to go for the inevitable madness of that PvP. But also killing these desert bandits, you know, to get the best loot, to get the best armor, is also a pretty nifty idea as well to do. And just kind of messing around with everything else. Again, that team stuff looked pretty cool. You know, being able to join up. Again, is that a clan system? Is that party mode? I don't know. We'll have to see. And then being able to trade troops as well, it seems awesome. So yeah, overall, really impressive update. The mod team are sticking true to their word. They said that by July, they really wanted to come out with some massive update where kind of the game is in a very stable state where they can play, which is super exciting. And again, we're not at that July point yet either. We have this update coming, and I think they're going to be updating next month with hopefully that clan system and you know, the ability for castle sieges and stuff like that. So they are definitely still on track for that. So yeah, really cool stuff. The mod, you know, is looking great, and I definitely can't wait to play it. So let me know in the comments down below what you guys thought of this update. Is this something that you guys are very much looking forward to? Is this something you're going to be diving on? Or are you still just going to be waiting for the massive 1.0 update that will be coming probably next month or in the next couple months? Personally, I think this is now the perfect time to jump in and really just have some fun with PvP. I think it's going to be very exciting indeed. So yeah, as I said, let me know what you guys thought down below in the comments. Drop a like down below if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.